Nigeria is in the highest panic ever. Ever the history of Nigeria now is the highest panic ever you can ever witness in the history of Nigeria. And as we are going on without wasting any single time, listen to the Nigerian news from channel television, then you connect it back to the bridge, the prime minister, and the lobbies movement. Then you will be able to understand everything. We are critical thinking analysis 555 vision. Please, Biafrans, let us go there.
This is Sunday Politics live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Wakimalo in Abuja. I'm not sure there is anyone in today's Nigeria who does not agree that our nation needs, Nigeria needs urgent fixing. The conversation around fixing Nigeria has been on for years, and the debate on how best to handle the issues confronting the nation has been on, and there are those who have argued differently on how we should go about it. The Nigerian Constitution has been at the center of all of the conversation, and there are those who have argued that the present Constitution we run is our major problem, bequeathed to the nation by the military in an hurriedly delivered military to civilian rule transition program. There have been series of efforts at fixing the Constitution, and in this Fourth Republic, there have been series of national conversation and some conferences. But here we are today, the Constitution is with us, almost 25 years down the line, when that Constitution was bequeathed to us. Now, perhaps I should give some perspectives and, give you a background, on 1999 and how we got here. Yeah, military constitution, that's what.
Yes, dear friends, please, as you are joining this program today, you can also come with your pen and the paper. Ihe anyị na-agbazi kịta na bụ egwu onye na-amara agba okwebe n'isi. So now, Biafrans, I want to go back. Okay, before I go back again, the people that is here help us to share the message. Now, we are telling you how Nigeria has crumbled. Remember, Tinubu has no solution. And the Biafran government has destroyed Nigeria. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made it known to the whole world that he will destroy Nigeria with the truth. Destroying Nigeria with the truth means that everybody will be pregnant on how to destroy Nigeria. You don't know whom to catch. Now, the destruction of Nigeria has entered the White House, and then Nigeria is panicking. Listen and let us go there now. Join me and share before we come back. Before we come back, we are here. No.
Is the Prime Minister's speech. Prime Minister, welcome to Africa as you take the podium. I implore everyone to remain muted, no interruption. If you have co-hosts, don't click anything, don't bring anybody in, don't take out. Allow the media team to do it so that you don't go and stop what is going out there or mute anybody or mute PM while he's talking. Prime Minister, over to you, please.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans in Africa. Good evening, lovers of freedom. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press, the cabinet members of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and of course, the cabinet members of the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. I think before I go forward, I would like to bring in our lobbyist, Elias, if he's here. He need to, talk to us, talk to Biafrans in Africa for a couple of minutes, and then after him, I will come with my speech. So, Elias, if you are here, all right. Thank you very much, Elias. You can go ahead and few minutes and speak to Biafrans. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister. It is an absolute honor. First of all, thank you for very thoughtfully inviting me to this forum with the Biafrans in Africa. It is a great honor to speak to all Biafrans across Africa here from Washington, D.C. As the Prime Minister noted, I am the lobbyist, one of the lobbyists for the Biafra Republic Government in Exile in Washington, D.C. We started our relationship with the Biafran government in June 15th. And within this short 2-month period, I think we've made great headway and achieved many results, meeting with important stakeholders, senior former State Department officials, members of the United States Congress, and other leading personalities. This has already gotten notice from the Nigerian government. You know, so when I visited the beautiful office in Maryland, and you, Prime Minister, you have had you've established quite a beautiful office there, and I think everyone should be proud of that office. It's quite a spectacular office in Maryland. But I said when I gave my speech in Maryland that the zoo is afraid of me, and they should be afraid of me. And recently, they've admitted this. The zoo has admitted this. There was an article yesterday where in one of these Nigerian papers where they used the word panicked, that they were panicked about the lobbying. So they are openly admitting that they are afraid of what we're doing, of the support we're getting here in the United States for the Biafran cause. You know, the Nigerians have openly admitted that. And trust me, you know, they say they're panicking, but we will make sure they panic more and more. So I'm very optimistic in terms of the progress we're making. And what we're doing is also having reverberations across the world. One of my other clients that I represent is the Eritrean government in exile. I brought the president of the Eritrean government in exile to the headquarters. We've established a very good collaboration, and the Eritrean government in exile and its president recognizes the Biafran Republic government in exile, recognizes the independence of Biafra, and there have been some news articles about this as well in terms of a major breakthrough, so a major diplomatic breakthrough. So we're trying to get support for the Biafra Republic government in exile from quarters all over the world, both, of course, primarily from the U.S. government, but hopefully having that reverberate to other governments as well. So, you know, we're using all of our contacts with governments all across the world to support the Biafran cause, and we've gotten one African government so far to support the cause. So I'm extremely excited about our prospects moving forward over the next few months. You have an exceptional leader in the Prime Minister, who's a remarkable individual. We've made a lot of progress here in DC. The zoo is, again, they've admitted that they are in a panic. They don't know what to do with themselves. And so I am very optimistic about the future. And we have a lot more ahead of us. We have a lot more planned, a lot more activities they're doing. So, you know, if they're complaining about how they're panicked now, they don't know what's going to hit them during the next few months. So I want to assure all my Biafran counterparts throughout Africa and around the world that we are being very well received here in Washington, D.C. by policymakers at the highest level of the U.S. government. The Prime Minister is being very well received. He's well respected. Our message is getting across. And so I anticipate we'll receive more and more support from the United States government. And of course, that's why the zoo is so afraid, and they should be afraid. They should be afraid. So It's a great honor to be here with all of you. If you want to follow our lobbying activities, the Prime Minister posts many of those activities in terms of these high-level meetings and engagements on his Twitter or X handle. So I encourage all of you to follow the Prime Minister's Twitter to monitor the meetings that the Prime Minister has with U.S. officials. So I just want to reiterate, it's a great honor to be on this call. It is an honor to represent and to promote the Biafran cause. And I look forward to everything that we'll achieve together. And long live a free Biafran. So thank you.
Now, Biafrans, I let it roll like this. Before we start, we are 555 vision, serving Biafra with the 555 vision, 555 vision, and this is the gospel of the day. Today is Monday, when the spirit of Biafra is circulating and sending messages all over the world. Then, and as we are here, Cheden Joko is here with us. Thank you, Cheden Joko, for joining. Gayo, thank you. Chidebere Christian, thank you. Godwin Obiora, thank you. Irene Ehi, thank you. Then Eze Chuku, thank you. Kingsele, thank you. We are going here. Tina Oji, thank you. Asabiz Udoka, thank you. Everybody that is here, thank you for joining this great analysis of the day. And you hear the lobby member saying that the zoo is panicking. We are critical thinking analyzers on things that is happening in Biafran land. And our people says in the adage that if you hear him say that the zoo is panicking, that he has gathered members inside Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is the White House that controls the world. From him, he says the other day that when America join, other people will follow. And what he is telling you in this place is that America has joined Biafra and every other person will follow. Again, inside our analysis, after the 2nd of December 2024, Biafran passport will be issued under the 4 cardinal points, four points to restore Biafra. On the 3rd of it, when Biafra is finally declared, the prime minister, they would begin what they call international recognition with the Biafran passport, which America is number 1. Biafran passport will enter free of visa. You enter there as number 1 citizen of this world. So now we are coming to let you know how Nigeria has been panicking. Then we go there. And before I go there now, let's see Shenu from Channel Television. Immediately he entered, he do like this. You remember, a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. They are in panic. When someone come and begin to do like this, doing this, you know that there is kind of stress. So we continue. We are coming. Emmanuel Onyebu Chukwu. Hi, thank you. Jeff Amaka, thank you. Sapi Promise, I greet you so well. And please, if you have not hit the like button, please try to do so and send information to our people. We have a very little like here. And we have numbers. Please hit the like button and share this message. Let it go viral that ihe kwuru ihe akwụdobia ịtụpụ nkịta akpa igosi ya ha n'iru ọ hapụ ịdị ka atụrụ ya mbọ eju kpụrụ ọkpụrụ ikiri ya. And that is what we are doing. Ngozi Emmanuel is also here. Now, please, Biafrans, I want us to come here. Pay very, very good attention. You see him now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the program. This is Sunday Politics live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Wakimalo in Abuja. I'm not sure there is anyone in today's Nigeria who does not agree that our nation needs, Nigeria needs urgent fixing.
You know, nwa mgbe nta ka okwu ụgha na-adị, eziokwu ewere ọnọdụ. So what I said the other day, everybody has been mentally seceded out of Nigeria. And Shengu, the channel television, is here now telling you everybody has seen the nakedness of Nigeria. And they begin to see it very, very late. Emeka Anyoko is not speaking for Biafra. They have been demoted. We pass vote of no confidence against every one of them. And today, it is in the Nigerian news that the Prime Minister, that Biafra has mandated, giving him 50 million voters to speak for Biafra, is now in the Nigerian news telling Emeka Anyoko and anybody that will stand up that they are not speaking for Biafrans. So, Nigeria is gone and gone. And we are taking you to a very long journey in this analysis. But pay attention. When you want to analyze or tell people how Nigeria has been destroyed, tell them exactly what you are hearing in this place. Then we go there again.
The conversation around fixing Nigeria has been on for years, and the debate on how best to handle the issues confronting the nation has been on, and there are those who have argued differently on how we should go about it. The Nigerian constitution has been at the center of all of the conversation, and there are those who have argued that the present constitution we run is our major problem, bequeathed to the nation by the military in an hurriedly delivered military to civilian rule transition program. There have been a series of efforts at fixing the constitution, and in this Fourth Republic, there have been a series of national conversation and some conferences. But here we are today. The constitution is with us, almost 25 years down the line, when that constitution was bequeathed to us. Now, perhaps
after 35 years, and the one thing that bring us to this analysis is that the person he invited is Mike Ozokome, former lawyer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And we are coming gradually. Wilfred Omokachie, thank you. BHTV Nnamdi, I greet you so much. Thank you for joining. And before you are understanding this thing, let us go back to lobby. You know, PM now, the PM, everybody, the whole world have seen the work of PM. So after lobby, we will come to PM that is now mandating Nigerian military to go their way. 1 month suspension with everything they must do. But to see how the work is going on, who is doing the job and how the job is going. Please.
Some perspectives and, give you a background, on 1999 and how we got here. Yeah, military constitution, that's what we got from the military through a decree brought into place a constitution 1999 through the military decree 24 of 1999. And so the major objectives were set as to how and what the constitution will stand for. But of course, the constitution has its background and it has what brought it, In the end, there are criticisms about the constitution.
This is the constitution they never want to open. The constitution they never want to open. The constitution they never want to touch. Are you getting it? Nigeria is being found under 40 foundation out of alcoholic influence. That's why they don't want to open up the constitution so that Britain will be making us, white Fulanis are killing us from the other side. Now, see the message. We want to analyze it now. They are bringing Emeka Anyoku went there. Tinubu says that what is important to him now is to build economy. And they are telling him you can never build economy because there is no time. Prophets told them that there is no time when you will stand up to endorse constitution, referendum, Biafra will be far away from what you are imagining. So let us see why Nigeria is crying and they are panicking inside the White House and every other powerful country of this world has joined Biafra. Remember that we international communities, countries are in support of Biafra. Since 2 years ago, we've been following them. We've been in meetings with them. Countries that has been signing ally with the Biafra are many. So, but when America join, others follow. Let us go to analysis now.
Few minutes and speak to Biafrans. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister. It is an absolute honor. First of all, thank you for very thoughtfully inviting me to this forum with the Biafrans in Africa. It is a great honor to speak to all Biafrans across Africa here from Washington, D.C. As the Prime Minister noted,
it is a great honor. It is a great honor to speak to Biafrans all over Africa. And when we begin to the sanitization of Biafra, consistency is the key, mental toughness and mental capability, how to understand the diplomatic word. We also taught Biafrans concerning a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. If you look into this guy, Elias, first of all, you will notice joy. Our adage used to say, when you see PM, when you see people inside the bridge, when you see media team, when you see Biafran government in exile and the Biafran government in homeland, they have joy serving Biafrans. This is what we want you to know. Doing difficult things, but with joy. Look inside this guy, you will see that he accepted the job of Biafra with a harmony, with a peace. And when he is going to deliver information in the Washington, D.C., then he will deliver the message. And what he said inside this place is that a lot of lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are interested in Biafra. Remember that Americans know that the Biafrans are the children of God. They withdraw. Britain, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told Britain, Islam will take you over. And he told the Nigerian government that Nigeria will be destroyed. That name, Nigeria, will enter inside the museum, just like Babylon, for example. And here now, as you are listening to him, also pay attention inside him. Not only watching his picture, pay attention inside him. That is what we want to bring. And as we are going on today, we have to really welcome our people that is here. It is very, very important that we do so. Then, Melabel Lopez, thank you. I greet you. Ihediora, Chuku, thank you. Ben Iwu, thank you. Benjamin Chikode, thank you. Triple L. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Then Opera Paul, thank you. Ahiara declaration. Ahiara declaration is what you are seeing. Then you know our people are too good in keeping history, and they will use it to make a very nice topic. Now let us go to this guy, and you will see why Nigeria is crying and panicking. We will analyze it. It is our job. We go there.
I am the lobbyist, one of the lobbyists for the Biafra Republic Government in Exile in Washington, D.C.
Please, one of the lobbyists, we are not DOS. What we are here to do is to at least to repeat the word that came out of them. One of the lobbyists. And inside this program, we used to show you pictures of the lobby people working for Biafra, both in Africa and America, all over the world. You know, the people that is allowed for their faces to be shown, that is what we are bringing to you. One of the lobbies. We continue.
We started our relationship with the Biafran government in June 15th. And within this short 2-month period, I think we've made great headway and achieved many results.
In 2 months, June 15th, that is when they finally signed a contract to work for Biafra. And you see the wave they have made working for Biafra. Because when the spirit of Biafra enter you, then remember what PM said. PM prayed and asked God to give him more than 1,000 men wisdom. And up till today, PM has not used 15% of that 1,000 men wisdom which God has given to him. He says everything is working on its own. That is what you see, you hear him talking in this place. We continue because the spirit of Biafra is doing its work according to its will. We continue, please.
Meeting with important stakeholders, senior former State Department officials, members of the United States Congress, and other leading personalities.
This guy, Elias, is telling us Biafrans to know.
The issue.
He is telling us Biafrans to know that he has met the stakeholders in America, decision makers in America, discussing concerning Biafra, and a lot of them are interested, knowing very, very well that up to today, Omaru Farouk, a Fulani person, is in Guantanamo today. The guy that went to America to throw bomb in America after 9/11, Omaru Farouk went to America. So, and the Biafran government have sent information to America. You can never allow Fulanis to get over the riches in the Biafran land. If you do that, then they will get the safe haven. They will gain access to the safe haven, and from there they will attack America. And the Americans know this thing. He himself is American. Now, when he go there and they deliver this information, the information is very, very clear. Another powerful example we are giving to you now. Tinubu went to Germany, telling German chancellor to collaborate in destroying our PM. German chancellor told him that you are under Muslim ticket, Tinubu Shetima, which you are serving under Islamic law that is destroying Germany today. There is no way he will help you to raise people that will come and destroy his own country. Then from today, we are showing you in this place, German government is destroying all the mosques found in the Deutschland, the German country, knowing what Fulanis are building. Are you getting it? The reason you should understand deep why this movement is going very, very fast, very, very fast. And the Nigeria already, the Nigeria has been destroyed beyond measure. Then we continue with Elias. We have to continue with Elias, the analysis why Nigeria is panicking.
This has already gotten notice from the Nigerian government. You know, so when I visited the beautiful office in Maryland, and you, Prime Minister, you have had you've established quite a beautiful office there, and I think everyone should be proud of that office. It's quite a spectacular office in Maryland. But I said when I gave my speech in Maryland that the zoo is afraid of me, and they should be afraid of me.
When he visited the office in Maryland, he made it known that the zoo, Nigeria, is afraid of him, and they should be afraid of him. For record purpose, when we finish this analysis, I will bring up the video and make sure I register it in this place. We continue.
And recently, they've admitted this. The zoo has admitted this. There was an article yesterday where in one of these Nigerian papers where they used the word panic, that they were
where they use the word panic. Nigeria is in panic. And what is our topic today? 50 million Biafrans has voted to exit Nigeria. Nigeria is in the highest panic so far since the existence of that contraption. We continue, please.
Were panicked about the lobby.
About the lobby.
So they are openly admitting that they are afraid of what.
Listen, Nigeria openly admit that they are in panic, and this thing is in the newspaper. Do you know, white people, America can never follow someone that is panicking. And what is he trying to say inside this place? He is letting you know that PM is more than qualified to lead people, because you cannot see anything like a panic inside PM. We continue, please.
What we're doing, of the support we're getting here in the United States for the Biafran cause, you know,
the support they are gaining here inside the United States, Washington, D.C., White House, concerning Biafran cause. That is what he said.
The Nigerians have openly admitted that.
Nigeria has openly admitted that they are in panic, and we will bring the news here to you. Please pay very good attention.
Trust me, you know, they say they're panicking.
Trust me, they say they are panicking, and the whole world is seeing it, that Nigeria is panicking.
But we will make sure they panic more.
We will make sure that they panic more. And when we will make sure that they panic more.
And more. So I'm very optimistic in terms of the progress we're making, and what we're doing is also.
I am very, very optimistic in the progress we are making. Making this progress, it is not only the lobbies, the bridge all over the world, the home and the abroad, and you have seen African at large gathering together under the umbrella of the bridge, which the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is the president of today, the Prime Minister.
Also having reverberations across the world. One of my
we have vibrations. We have vibrations across the world. Across the world. Listen and understand it here now. He says that when America follow, others will join.
Clients that represent is the Eritrean government in exile. I brought the president of the Eritrean government in exile to.
When he made the movement, he brought the president of Eritrea and the other people.
The headquarters, we've established a very good collaboration, and also
the headquarters of Eritrea and the other people of this world, they are in a very good collaboration to liberate Biafra.
And the Eritrean government in exile and its president recognizes the Biafran Republic government in exile, recognizes the independence of Biafra. And there have been some news articles about this as well in terms of a major breakthrough. So,
international communities has recognized the exit of Biafrans, and the international news is carrying it. You know, you don't expect to hear it from CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC for now. But after this 1 month lockdown, the story will change.
a major diplomatic breakthrough. So,
diplomatic breakthrough. Diplomatic breakthrough.
We're trying to get support for the Biafra Republic government in exile.
We are trying to get more support for the Biafran Republic government in exile.
From quarters all over the world.
From corners and all over the world. That is the gospel of Biafra.
Both, of course, primarily from the U.S. government, but hopefully having that reverberate to other governments as well. So, we're using all of our contacts with governments all across the world to support.
Using the contact of governments all over the world. You know, this world is internet connection. If you see PM today, PM under Zoom, he will connect the whole world. Internet connection.
The Biafran cause, and we've gotten one African government so far to support the cause. So I'm extremely excited about our prospects moving.
I am extremely excited about the progress
forward over the next few months. You have an exceptional leader in the Prime Minister.
So what is he talking in this place? In the next few months, pay attention and follow your Prime Minister, because you have an extraordinary person inside your Prime Minister that has gained international trust. Remember, he is the ambassador for global peace.
Who's a remarkable individual.
He is a remarkable individual. Hey, remarkable individual. The PM is a remarkable individual. You understand now? Inside Washington, D.C., the Secretary of the United States recognized that the PM is a remarkable individual. Continue.
Made a lot of progress here in D.C.
They have made a lot of progress here in the Washington, D.C.
Is, again, they've admitted that they are in a panic. They don't know what to do.
Nigeria is in a panic, and they already admitted that they are in the highest panic ever.
Themselves. And so I am very optimistic about the future, and we have a lot more ahead of us.
We have a lot more ahead of us.
We have a lot more planned, a lot more activities they're doing.
A lot of plan, a lot of activities that is going on and that will still go on.
So, if they're complaining about how they're panicked now, they don't know what.
If they are afraid on how they are panicking now, listen, if Nigeria is afraid on how they are panicking now,
it's going to hit them during the next few months.
They don't know what is going to hit them from the next few months.
So I want to assure all my Biafran counterparts throughout Africa and around the world that we are being very well received here in Washington, D.C. by policymakers at the highest level of the U.S. government. the Prime Minister is being.
He wants to assure Biafrans all over the world that they are highly received with honor walking under the bridge, under His Excellency Obatobie Simon Eba, because in the coming few months, you will hear what is going on.
Very well received. He's well respected. Our message is getting across. And so I anticipate we'll receive more and more support.
The PM is well received and well honored. The information they are delivering concerning Biafran government in exile and the bridge and the prime minister is well received and honored. This is what they call diplomatic words.
From the United States government. And of course, that's why the zoo is so afraid, and they should be afraid.
And that's why the zoo is so afraid, and they should be afraid. Are you getting it?
They should be afraid. So it's a great honor to be here with all of you. If you want to follow our lobbying activities, the Prime Minister posts many of those activities in terms of these high-level meetings and engagements on his Twitter or X handle. So I encourage all of you to follow the Prime Minister's Twitter to monitor the meetings that the Prime Minister has with U.S. officials. So I just want to reiterate, it's a great honor to be on this call. It is an honor to represent and to promote the Biafran cause. And I look forward to everything that we'll achieve together. And long live a free Biafra. So thank you.
Do you know what, Biafrans? When you have people that knows the importance of history, working for freedom, then you can go and relax. Elias is working to make history. PM is working to make history. Oge, the Biafran finance minister, is working to make history. COS, Ngozi Orabueze, is working to make history. Joy Irobi is working to make history. Nenna is working to make history. Steve is working to make history. Everybody you found inside this struggle are working to make history. And if you are paying your own dues as well, like IOU loan, paying your own dues, you have certificate to say that you supported this history that time. When the book will be written, Biafran gospel will come, and this is what you are going to hear. Now we have already analyzed a little. We have shown you, Biafrans, our foot game, how we are coming to play the gospel of today. Then, Biafrans, we are calling, we are greeting you that you are here. Also, Biafra 147 is also here. Then Ostino TV, I greet you. Ostino TV, Uko Pius, I greet you. Stella Abiam, Stella, my big mama, I greet you so much. You are here, and I'm the Canada savior. They are the savior of our time. Francis, Keke, thank you. Greetings. I greet you. Nas Uzoku Ndewo, Stella Abiam. We are victorious. Yes, we are victorious. Alozie Ambrose. Ndewo, my brother. We are marching forward, and we are bringing the news of Nigeria from Mark Uzokome, how he analyzed the destruction of Nigeria. No, there's no hiding. He didn't hide no word. We continue, but you know how they used to beat around the bush. But we are analysis of Biafra. We will analyze it. AFB Global, and they will agree to you. Oliobi, Eric, thank you for joining. Ben, Iwu, thank you. Then BTH Nnamdi, thank you for joining. Now, Biafrans, let us go. You will see what Elias, the one of the lobbies or the chief of the lobby movement of Biafran, you will hear what he said and why Nigeria is panicking, but not there are who said it? Who said it? We don't give up. We are not talking about give up. Write also message how Nigeria has been buried. You know, Nigeria PM is building the casket of Nigeria, and Nigeria will be finally buried on the 2nd. From this 1 month lockdown, forceful lockdown of Nigeria in Biafran land. That is when they will begin to build the casket that will be used to bury Nigeria. And the funeral of Nigeria will be on the 2nd of December. That is when they will bury it and the funeral will start. Arinze Sunday. Thank you. Don Klein. Thank you. Stella Iben. Thank you. We go there now, please.
Confronting the nation has been on, and there are those who have argued differently on how we should go about it. The Nigerian constitution has been at the center of all of the conversation. And there are those who have argued that the present constitution we run is our major problem, bequeathed to the nation by the military in an hurriedly delivered military to civilian rule transition program. There have been series of efforts at fixing the constitution, and in this Fourth Republic, there have been series of national conversation and some conferences, but here we are today. The Constitution is with us, almost 25 years down the line, when that Constitution was bequeathed to us. Now, perhaps I should give some perspectives and, give you a background, on 1999 and how we got here. Yeah, military Constitution, that's what we got from the military through a decree brought into place a constitution 1999 through the military decree 24 of 1999. And so the major objectives were set as to how and what the constitution will stand for. But of course, the constitution has its background and it has what brought it, in the end, there are criticisms about the Constitution because the 1999 Constitution are being criticized for so many issues. That is a product of the military era and with several inputs that are not gotten from the Nigerian people. But the big question will be, there are also attempts by the Obasanjo regime to fix it. So there was a 2005 National Political Reform Conference initiated by President Olusegun Obasanjo. The objective of that conference was to address various national issues, including federalism.
Please, Biafrans, please, as you are here, it is important you know the story on what is going on inside Washington, D.C. and why Nigeria is, what do we call it now? Medicine after death. That is what Nigeria is going through now. They are panicking, they are crying, they are regretting how many constitution that has come to the table of Nigeria to make that place good. Yet they rejected everything until this date when there is no option to accept any one again. And this last one now, which Emeka Anyoko leaded, is the last one that will be presented to Nigerian government. No other person is coming again because they already know from the when PM will activate the date when military will be equipped, will vacate out of Biafran land. Then you will be able to understand everything they say inside this place is what America and the other part of the world is studying. Now, the downfall of Nigeria is what they explain inside this place diplomatically. We continue, please.
Electoral reforms, resource control, and the devolution of powers. The outcome was that the conference produced a report with several recommendations, including the adoption of a 6-year single-term presidency and the creation of more states. However, the conference work was largely overshadowed by the controversial attempt to amend the constitution to allow President Obasanjo a third term in office. Fast forward to 2014. So the Yardra government went, here we come. We had the Jonathan government. In 2014, President Goodluck Jonathan convoked the 2014 confab. The objective was very similar to what we had earlier, and it was to address issues of national unity, which was one of our major issues at that time, governance and the structure of the federation. The conference focused on areas such as resource control, state creation, and the devolution of powers. But the outcome was that the conference produced a comprehensive report with about 600 recommendations, including the creation of additional states, the adoption of a new revenue sharing formula, and the establishment of state police. However, the recommendations were not implemented before the Jonathan government left office, defeated in 2015 by the Muhammadu Buhari government, which spent 8 years and shown little interest, him and his party, at implementing or adopting that conference resolution. 2021, we saw an alteration, an amendment to the Nigerian constitution, which is perhaps about the 5th alteration to the constitution. It was under the Buhari government. The objective also similar, issues around resource control, electoral reforms, and judicial independence. But the outcome, of course, gave rise to the amendment of the constitution. Now, if you look at all of these conferences and all of these efforts, one thing is very common. And the common themes across all these conferences are that issues of federalism and devolution of powers, issues of resource control, state creation, and electoral reforms. These are some of the predominant issues that resonated across the last 25 years. So on Friday, President
Biafrans, what are we doing in this place now? This is the cry of a dying horse. The cry of a dying horse. All the effort they has made to think, to try to form Nigeria to be one. But in as much as Nigeria is not restructured to be one, or to work, or to function, none of them has been adopted. And the America, the whole world powers are following everything we are showing in this place. Even we ourselves that is showing our faces in this place, if any country or any court to come and ask me, why am I agitating for Biafra, or I have done anything wrong, this is the result and this is the judgment. And that's why we are bringing it out. We are not afraid of anything that we are doing. Grace Omobia, thank you so much for joining. Then we are here. We are really here. Then let us continue for you to see exactly how Nigeria fall down. There is somebody wrote something here, Clement. He say, I can't wait for the enforcement of 1 month lockdown. I can't wait. And the PM says that this is how it is going to start. They must obey. Then let us get the history. Our people used to say, Alosiogo, the story on how Nigeria has been destroyed is what you are hearing in this place. We continue.
Bola Tinubu welcomed the presidential villa, a group of eminent Nigerians led by a former Secretary General to the Commonwealth, Chief Emeka Anyaoku. And they made a presentation to the president. Chief Emeka Anyaoku did the presentation. He led the group. And let me allow you to remind you of what Chief Anyaoku told President Tinubu.
The convening of a National Constituent Assembly with the mandate to produce a draft People's Democratic Constitution. The Constituent Assembly should be of directly elected individuals, elected on non-political party basis, possibly 3 individuals per state and 1 from the Federal Capital Territory. The draft constitution produced by the Constituent Assembly as I said, should be put to a national referendum, and if approved, should then be signed by the President as the genuine, legitimate Nigerian people's constitution.
That was a presentation at Constituent Assembly, and there seems to be a structure that has been presented to the president, but the president responded with some positive body language to their request. Take a listen to the president.
I definitely want to assure you that whatever is necessary, I'll put happiness and good governance in the heart of all Nigerians. This is what I will do. I'm still preoccupied with thinking and tinkering with the economic reform. That's my first priority. Once I get that reform in place as soon as possible, then I look at other options.
It does look like there's an assurance from the president in his response. The body language also looked to me like he welcomed the group with good spirit and, of course, and in good intention.
Please, Biafrans, pay attention to what Shinu said in this place. But remember, the medicine after death of Nigeria is what you are hearing in this place, because Nigeria has no option of survival. And how they've been destroyed completely, this is the last presentation, the last option given to Nigeria. And what Tinubu answered inside this place is what Shenu said. He said that he don't even see Tinubu coming up with a positive answer. He said it inside this place under diplomatic approach. Are you understanding? But the Biafrans has already mapped out. Remember that Biafrans is more than 1,000 miles away of Nigeria. The lobby you are watching inside that place is telling you Nigeria is panicking, even in their own newspaper. Here you will hear it from Shane. We continue.
But then, a lot of what were discussed we do not know. Let's now
We do not know.
with a member of that group, the Patriots, and let's get the conversation forward. I'm being joined tonight by a professor of law, a senior advocate of Nigeria and rights activist, Chief Mike Ozekumen. He's live with us here in Abuja studio. It's a pleasure having you. A member of the Patriots also. I forgot to add that. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Shu.
I appreciate it.
I'm a patriot.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I've been a pan-Nigerian all my life, 66 years on it now. And I'm happy that all the conferences you mentioned, I've been part of them. 2005, Obasanjo's political reform conference, I was there. In fact, I headed the...
Please, Biafrans, we are riding small, small. Take your coffee, come with your pen and paper, take your coffee and sit down. Let us go to what you are going to hear in this place now, because we are prepared. We took oath that we will serve Biafra. Let us come here a little. Let us come here. You will hear it.
Thank you so much.
Very much. All right, thank you very much, my fellow Biafrans, friends, and well-wishers that are observing this tour of Africa today. I am not here to make long speech, as usual. I'm just here to change the dynamic of everything. Today, I want to use this opportunity to announce to entire Biafrans all over the world our next phase of the Biafra liberation. The next phase of the Biafra liberation
Um, please, if you are following our analysis, please, I am enjoying your comments. For us not to continue reading the comment, we are bringing it up that you bear witness of whatever that is happening. We are using this video to analyze. You remember, this man has been the lawyer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You remember when he was defending Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with Ifeanyi Ejiofor. The day of Nnamdi Kanu final judgment, they sent him away to go to America, to go and meet Igbo people in America and celebrate with them. While he was on his way returning to Nigeria, the sentence has been passed. And the Ejiofor whom they invited to be in on the judgment, Ejiofor went there without the pen and the paper. He didn't even go there with the case file. Then the judge Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and said that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is guilty. And this is Mark Ozekome, the former lawyer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You understand now? And try now to fix yourself, take your pen and paper to understand what we are now, where we are going, and why the Washington, D.C. is telling you now that Nigeria is in the great panic. We go there now. Listen to PM. We will use the message of PM to analyze this one because we are 555 vision. We saw them before they see us. Then we go. We see them before they see us, and that's why we are more than 1,000 miles away.
Is the forceful delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land. What do I mean by this? Our next phase is enforcement. Enforcement of the closure and the lockdown of every presence of Nigeria for the next 1 month. Our next 1 month lockdown is going to be enforced. For the very first time in the history of the Biafra liberation, we are enforcing the lockdown of Nigeria within Biafra territory for 1 month. What did I say? Enforcement. We are going to use force. The Biafra Liberation Army, for the very first time, will engage the Nigeria terrorists in quest to push them out of our land, and we are going to have a test. The test will be for complete 1 month. We will lock down the offices. The offices to be locked down in Biafra land will be listed in days to come. We're going to list all of them so that nobody will say they don't know about it. And of course, we will make sure that civilians in Biafra land are protected. Our guns and ammunition and arms will never go against civilians. This targeted eviction and delegitimization of Nigeria has become a must. It has become inevitable as we continue to fight the terrorists within our land. Our aim and objective is to completely eradicate Nigeria. And of course, we are going to have a test of what is to come after December 2nd. So the announcement for the...
Listen, Biafrans, sorry for the interjection here. We are going to have a test. You remember in the historical record, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu created ESN, DOS, under Ifeanyi Uba, deceived the DOS and the ESN. Many of them entered Ebubago, and everybody knows the history. Some of the genuine people inside ESN, they now enter and become the Biafran Liberation Army. Please, Udo, I'm coming. Close the door, please. Then, the good ones from ESN graduated and enter into Biafran Liberation Army. I want to bring you to the real game. The real game have just started now. PM said inside this place now, when this 1 month will be activated. Now, they have to then come and test the power of the Biafran Liberation Army and the Biafran resistance fighters inside Biafran land. So all these things you see since the creation of ESN, since the inauguration of Biafran Liberation Army, since the legitimacy of the Biafran Liberation Army defending Biafran land, all they have been doing since that time is just training. Are you getting me very, very well? Hamilton Luma, I greet you. Hola, mi gente saludo. Hamilton Luma, te quiero mucho. Un saludo desde aquí. Now, all they have been doing since the creation of ESN, the people that fought Meyetiala and the Ruga finally graduated and become Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran resistance fighter, Biafran fighters. Since that time, all they have been doing is just training. Now, PM said inside this place that they are coming to test them, using 1 month to test them. Are you getting it? So we are 555 Vision. We analyze it according to how it stands. We are not analyzing it for you to like it. We are analyzing it for you to get it very, very well. Let us go here back a little. Oh, it is very, very far. Very, very far. Let us come here, please.
Because we are fighting a terrorist state with guns.
The Nigerian represent and
enforcing the lockdown of Nigeria within Biafra territory for 1 month. What did I say? Enforcement. We are going to use force. The Biafra Liberation Army, for the very first time, will engage the Nigeria terrorists in quest to push them out of our land, and we are going to have a test. The test will be for complete 1 month.
This is where the area I want you to enter. Anybody that is watching and anybody that is going to watch again, we are going to have tests. And what does this test mean is, if you are into medicine, you will build, or pharmacy, you build a medicine, you must to test that medicine until when you test that medicine, before you can introduce it to the public. If you build anything new under your own manifestation, before bringing it to the public, you will test it. So that is what the Biafran Liberation Army and the Biafran fighters is coming to do, using 1 month to practice. Yeah, 1 month. They will use 1 month to confirm to Biafrans and to the whole world that they are capable. If you know the Biafran resistance fighters, Biafran Liberation Army, share this message to them. We are 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel. Time to test their power. Time to test the intelligence of the chief of the armed forces, the Biafran Prime Minister, in the name of His Excellency Mazi Obatobie Simon Eba. Time to test the power of the bridge. Time to test the Biafran government in exile, home and abroad. We are now into test by delegitimizing on by force that every military in Biafran land will go and they find their way out. Time to test them. So now, Biafrans, everything since the creation of ESN graduated to Biafran Liberation Army and the Biafran fighters, Biafran Air Force, every defense we have. Time to test them has come, and they have 1 month to be tested. Get it very, very clear. Then, get it very, very clear. Time to test them, time to test them, PM, time to test the whole world. Do you remember when PM spoke to us the other day? He says that Nigerian people are protesting, and he told Biafrans not to go and they protest. That when Nigeria people finish their saga, then Biafrans will then do something. And what Biafrans are coming to do is will attract international eye. And remember, the ORB International say, keep an eye on Biafra. Keep an eye on Biafra. That eye they say keep on Biafra is what they are going to test within 1 month. Are you getting it? This is how we analyze our messages in this place on 555 vision, 555 vision. So Biafrans, we are here to tell you that what Biafran Liberation Army is coming to do now is to test them. Everything you have seen before is only training. And they use them in Imo State. They see how they function. They use them in Anambra State. You see how they function. They use them in Ebonyi State. They see how they function. They use them in when they brought them in Abia State. They see how they function. They use them in all the states in Biafran land. And today, it is the time to bring them out. Let me analyze again. Before you take your football team to go and play, to defend, just like Olympic, one of our brother wrote something here before that Eritrea is very happy celebrating their own flag in France. Now, before you can bring out your own football team to the public to come and defend your nation, you must have given them training. And after giving them training, then you bring them to the public to test. Are you getting it? Now, Biafrans, let us go here again. Let us go here again.
We will lock down the offices. The offices to be locked down in Biafra land will be listed in days to come. We're going to list all of them so that nobody will say they don't know about it. And of course, we will make sure that civilians in Biafra land are protected. Our guns and ammunition and arms will never go against civilians. This targeted eviction and delegitimization of Nigeria has become a must. It has become inevitable as we continue to fight the terrorists within our land. Our aim and objective is to completely eradicate Nigeria. And of course, we are going to have a test of what is to come after December 2nd. So
we are going to have a test. And of course, after December 2nd, hey, men, they say, follow who know road. Now, Biafrans, IOU loan is going on. Your own people has come out to defend you. And the only thing PM ask you now is to bring money to support this movement. Defend your people. And before he is bringing Biafran Liberation Army to the public, Hope Uzodimma confirmed that these people are deadly. They are here. Peter Mba confirmed. All the governors and the Musa cried. Musa said that the way these people fight, and the Nigerian Boko Haram confirmed that the way our Biafran Liberation Army handle ammunition is top-notch, extraordinary. Now, how are you supporting them? Openly, what they need from you is financial support. Before Morgan, the person who brought Elias as the lobby, the founder of this lobby movement, he asked PM, how many soldiers do you have? PM told him that he has 130,000 soldiers ready to fight and defend Biafran land. That is what PM told him before they signed the ally of working as a lobby. Before all these things started, The whole world has a bear witness. Tinubu is crying. Chief of Army Staff is crying. Every arm carrying of Nigeria is crying. Today, PM want to bring Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran fighters, Biafran Air Force, Biafran Marine, every one of them, to make a test in case when Biafra will be redeclared on the 2nd of December, what you will expect. So now, if you know any Biafran Liberation Army that is watching, we are 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel, and the Bible. The same way Joshua gathered warriors, the same way all the people that fight in the Bible gathered their own warrior to go and defend the Holy Land. That is exactly what is happening. But you know, 7,500 Biafran dead warriors that fought with Ojukwu arose in Biafran land to defend the land. So now we are coming to see the test, what they are going to do. In case if Nigerian government come up during 2nd of December, after the declaration, PM made it open to the whole world. He will declare Biafra in Finland and defend it in homeland. You understand now? So we are going there. We are going there. We are going there. Are you getting what we are doing in this place? If you are getting what we are doing in this place, we are recording your comments. We are recording your comments because if we go reading them, it may attack our spirit. So we are recording your comments. It is very, very necessary you write comments and also your prayers to this movement. They are coming to be tested in front of the whole world. You are bringing your players out. Do you think the Biafran Liberation Army will fuck up? The Biafran Liberation Army can never fuck up. So we continue.
The announcement for the 1-month lockdown of Nigeria system within Biafra land will come in a week or 2 weeks to come. We will give you the date from when to when, and of course, also list the offices that will be locked down for 1 month in Biafra land. And like I said, we will enforce it. We will enforce it with force because we are fighting a terrorist state with guns. And of course, one of those offices will be barracks. One of those offices will be police stations under Nigeria. One of those offices will be government houses. So you don't need ordinary stick to enforce that. It is a test that the whole world will sit and witness.
It is a test that the whole world will see and witness. Umunnem, do you think, let us go now and begin our analysis. Do you think that the Biafran Liberation Army do you think that the Biafran Liberation Army are Kanana? That is here now. And nobody has well this game. That is the way we bring it up to the public and they register it for everlasting history. We are 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel, and the Bible. PM says that the whole world will see and witness the fighters of Biafra. Remember, America says warriors fight like Biafran soldiers. Warriors, America said, and the whole world at large says that warriors fight like Biafran soldiers. The best soldier all over the world is Biafran soldiers. They said warriors fight like Biafran soldiers. Ojukwu started war with 10 guns. Later, there are 3,000 people. And when the war ended, they surrendered 30,000 people surrendered their own gun. You understand now? He started with 10. You understand? Now, the whole world say that warriors fight like a Biafran soldiers. PM now is calling the whole world to come and bear witness. What Biafran soldiers are going to do, how they are coming to perform wonders, how they are coming to perform miracle, how they are going to defend the land that is being handed over to them. Soldiers are the people that is being made to defend the land. And let us hear PM again.
The time has come that our own freedom is taken. Our future is in our hand. And what we are doing today is to make sure we protect the life of our women and children. So my fellow Biafrans, in the coming weeks, I want everybody to pay attention to the updates that will be coming from our handles. The delegitimization of Nigeria within our land is taken to the next level. And there's going to be enforcement. And remember, if we do not destroy Nigeria today, Nigeria will destroy us. If we do not end the terrorist state of Nigeria, the terrorist state of Nigeria will end us. We cannot see and sit and watch a state that kills its own citizens, that have no regard to human dignity and have no regard to women and children. That kind of state is not a state anybody can support. We've seen the massacre of Biafrans, massacre of Christians, massacre of many indigenous nationalities in other parts of Nigeria. They are as human as us. They have nobody to speak for them. They have no government in exile like you do. They have no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like you do. They have no Simon Ekpa like you do. They have no cabinet members in the government in exile. They have no de facto government in the homeland. Nobody speaks for them. Nobody fights for them. They have no liberation army. They have no resistance fighters. They have nobody to defend them. And these people are getting killed every day. We need to make Nigeria very, very uncomfortable. And believe me, the more Biafra fight Nigeria, the more we save life in other parts of the country. Especially the life of those Christians who have nobody to speak for them. We are going to draw these people to our land and neutralize them. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that's exactly what we're going to do. So I want every Biafran to understand that during this 1 month lockdown of the Nigeria terrorist state institution in Biafra land, our businesses will be flourishing. People will go to work. Those that are Biafrans, if you are a business person in Biafra land, you will go to your shop, go to your market, nobody will disturb you. We will make sure that your market will be protected. We'll make sure that nobody will attack you in the market. We'll make sure that when the terrorist army and police come, we will be in the street. The first time the Biafra forces will be on the street. This is going to be this 1 month that is coming. So our market will open. Our businesses will open. And let me also tell you that when people say that, oh, Simon Ekpa is now, attacking the government directly, you think we will start attacking the government from the beginning? It is a step-by-step. It is a gradual process. We have come to the point that we have conditioned the Biafra people. We have conditioned those in our land, and our people know exactly what we are doing, why we are fighting for them, and the reason they have to obey, and also give their trust and their loyalty to the Biafra government. And today, we've succeeded in delegitimizing Nigeria, and they are no longer, answerable to any government, any Nigerian government officials. I want to also announce to Biafra people that we have recorded over 50 million votes today. Over 50 million votes in the Biafra self-referendum. Can you beat that? Over 50 million votes. And I want you to understand that these 50 million people has given us their mandate. They have signed and say, fight for us. We have given you the mandate. Fight for us. That's exactly what it means. And for that, we are going to test run the lockdown of the Nigeria system within Biafra land. What I'm saying, take it very seriously. I said enforcement is against Nigeria terrorist army, against Nigeria terrorist state, against Nigeria terrorist air force, custom, anybody wearing uniform and carrying gun under Nigeria. You are a terrorist in our land. And this 1 month, we will use it to test you for what is to come on the 2nd of December. I have no other speech to give. Call this thing and let it go far. Biafra has come. We will fight our way out. And this fight is in accordance with how we want it, when we want it, and how we are going to want it. It's not about Nigeria dictating how we fight it, like they did in 1967 and 1970. We will never go into conventional war with Nigeria. We have designed a way to defeat them, and it is guerrilla warfare, and of course, they know what it means. We will never, ever allow the Nigerian state to continue to kill our women and children like I have done in the past. So my brothers and sisters, fellow citizens of Biafra, we have come to defend our land, our life. We are fighting for survival. It is a fight to finish. And I want you to understand that the fallen kingdom has risen. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. We are going.
So, Biafrans, please hit the like button. That is what you can do for me. Share it. That is what you can do for us. Share it, because if you don't know that there is war, I assure you that there is war coming up. Mighty one. But what is our aim in this place now? We are here to defend what we believe in. We believe in Biafra spirit. We believe that Chukwukika Abiyama is the person that told Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you can go to this war, and with using the name of Chukwukika Abiyama, you will win. And the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave us Psalm to read. When we were reading this Psalm, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said he is going to lead in front. This game, he will lead in front when it will start. Because a na-eji nwa anụ egbe n'aka tupu a na-ajụ nwaanyị dị ime o ya eri ka ọ na ọ ma ri. That is, he presented himself however it is happening, whatever that lead to his kidnap, and however it has happened, Nigerian government is on trap, holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu illegally in the DSS dungeon, which is what the case going on in the Washington, D.C. Are you understanding? Human Rights Organization of the World gave Nigerian government 6 months to liberate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and pay him damages. Nigerian government failed. All the courts in Nigeria, all the courts in Nigeria freed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and they asked Nigerian government to pay him compensation. Yet they refused. Lawmakers in Nigeria, more than 50 of them and the extra, came together and they asked Nigerian government to free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or Ogwejiofor. Then they decided to hold him because Shetima and Tinubu is serving under Muslim ticket. The Senate President of Nigeria, all of them came together. Abaribe is one of them. They came together and they say, release this man. He is innocent. Ogwejiofor, because what is to come is more dangerous than what you people ever experienced. Because Ogwejiofor, it is dangerous. Yet they are still holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in that place. The lobby members also wrote to Nigerian government and they asked the Nigerian government to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is being held illegally inside the Nigerian GSA dungeon. Yet they refuse to release him. Are you getting what is happening? PM, Biafran government in exile, home and abroad, came together, asked Nigerian government to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, whom they are holding illegally in their own detention camp. Yet they refuse to free him. Then We are coming, oh, we are coming, oh, we are coming, oh. All the authorities of this world came together and they asked the Nigerian government to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They said they will not release him because all of them are serving under Usman Donfodio agenda. Are you understanding? Then there is a way you will push a goat to the wall. Then you will be able to know that goat can bite. When you go across the right of any goat in this world, you will be able to understand that goat can bite. That is what is happening now. Anorum. Then we will go now to the cries of Nigeria. Listen, the 50 lawmakers of Nigeria, they ask them, if Tinubu refused to bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out, what do you think? They said, Tinubu can't even think of keeping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in that place because he is being held illegally. Are you understanding? When it will start, this is the kind of things you will be hearing that since a long time ago, they have been giving Nigeria options of restructuring Nigeria. Ojukwu went to Aburi Accord with Gowon. Then Gowon, Aburi Accord means restructuring of Nigeria, which the vice president of Nigeria, Shetima, the founder of Boko Haram, says, restructuring my foot, that the option they have is ethnic cleansing, Uruga, Islamization, or 6 feet underground, or that everybody in Biafran land will go to exile. Why they will come and take over our land? We are telling you the anger which Biafran Liberation Army is going to use to come to this war, in case if you don't know. Then, Ogwejiofo Alo, we are now calling the power of Eke to come and join, the power of Orie to come and join, the power of Afo to come and join, the power of Nkwo to come and join. Do you know what it means? Eke has no option than to join Biafran Liberation Army in this war. Orie has no choice. When we are talking about choice, listen to what PM said in this place. PM said that this lockdown is by force, not by a beg. It is by force. That all the military personnel, all the military officers, the Nigerian terrorists recruited in uniform, every one of them will go home and pack. Do you know the reason? It will be by force. Do you know the reason? Copy this message, send it to Biafran Liberation Army that Eke has no choice. So when there is something when you say you have choice, I beg. We are not begging the power of Eke, which is the power of the sun, to join this war. We are not begging the power of Ori, which is the power of the sea, water, to come and join. We are not begging the power of Nkwonkwajan to come and join. We are not either begging the Afo, which is the air, to come and join. Do you know why? If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, if we fail to get Biafra, it means that there is nothing like a God. And that is one of the things that provoked us to come and defend the power of Chukwukika Abiyama on our own time. If we fail to get Biafra, Eke will be decimated. Orie will be decimated. Nkwo will be decimated. Afo will be decimated. And what is the agenda of Usman Danfodio? To eliminate us, that nobody will mention that name, Eke Orie Afo Nkwo, again. And that is the reason they have no choice than to come and join this war. Are you getting it? Very, very well. And when this war will start, which you know you are now fighting to defend, you are now like a goat being pushed to the wall. You have no option again than to fight back. Anyam war is here. You have no option than to fight back. Or go edge your follow. Nobody can win anybody that is fighting under justice. Then, when Biafran Liberation Army will come to the street to fight, all the newspapers that is publishing what is happening since the amalgamation of Nigeria from the power of Harlot, Florasio, and the Lord Lugard. This is the kind of thing you will begin to hear. Let us go there. And the way I want to analyze this message today, I believe the landlords at home will give me the time. We come. Let us bring this one here. This one go here. PM is here. Then we go there.
Splinter group of the civil society group that did a lot of job in this area. Senator Adams Oshomole, Senator Shehu Sani, Smart Adeyemi, they were some members of that my own group. In 2009, I was also at the Vision 2009 as to how to make Nigeria a great country. And in 2014, at the President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan confab, I was there fully. Incidentally, with all humility, the conference leadership named me the C0 of the conference. It's there on record. And I've been a member of the Patriots group.
Before we start, Grace Onwubuya says we should go deeper. We are going deeper in this analysis. We will go deeper. And if we can't go deeper because of the presidents at home, the leaders at home now, we will come back again. But as at now, the spirit is here. Now, what you are hearing Ozokome saying is how Nigeria, when you fight with someone, the person beats you very, very well. Then you will begin to, what the Spanish people call queja. You begin to queja. You say, but I told you before. I told you to restructure Nigeria. I told you to allow constitution to become. I told you to give a referendum. I told you. That is what you will be hearing from the newspaper. Because the lawmakers of Nigeria, both to Hausa, Yoruba, Fulanis, they call Tinubu to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and they listen to him. Meaning that Elias, which is the lobby, let me bring his picture because when we are, Grace Onwubuya has touched us a little. Elias, let us bring his picture here now. Elias, which is the leader of the lobby, says that Nigeria is panicking. When this testing will start, 1 month testing, only testing, when it will start, the ORB International says, keep an eye on Biafra in this coming month. They have already alerted all the world powers in this world. And when the day PM reviewed the message to the public, you cannot copy that message. I don't know if I have it somewhere. You can't copy that message. Before I put it in audio, I have to write them one after another and put it in audio to analyze to the public. And what was the message? Keep an eye on Biafra. Because when Nigeria is agitating, Those who want end Nigeria, end bad government, we didn't join them. If they say end Nigeria, we will join. But after this one, PM says that the whole camera of this world will join, we enter Biafran land to see exactly what is happening. And that time, Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran fighters, all of them will be on the game. 247, I greet you. All of them, 247. Yes, I greet you, my brother. Then all of them will be when Biafran resistant fighters, Biafran fighters, everybody will come to the street to perform what they have learned. Camera will be on them, just like inside football field, where you see every image, whatever that is happening, the people that is playing football, the people that is having fun, the people that is kissing, the people that is doing whatever. Every camera of this world, ORB has alerted world power to put their camera in Nigeria. Because Biafran footballers is coming to play in their homeland, where Musa told you that they are in advantage because they are playing home. This is not a away match. And what did the PM said? We decide on how to play under guerrilla warfare, asymmetric warfare. That is what we are going to play. We are not going to play what they call a conventional war. If we play conventional war, our citizens will be affected. Are you understanding? They will use that opportunity to destroy our citizens and every other thing we have. But we were going to play defensive war, guerrilla warfare, asymmetric warfare. That is what we are going to play. Then the Biafran Liberation Army is coming to perform what they have learned. Now, our question is, do you think that the Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran resistance fighters, led by a military, Simon Ekpa Wanjoko, Obatobie, do you think they will disappoint our PM? That is the question we have in this place now. Because they are coming to show the whole world what they have learned. Are you getting it? And when this thing will be going on, world power camera will be in Biafran land. Seeing the game. You know, Okocha, JJ Wankwo, Uche Okechukwu, how they play the game. That is what the whole world is coming to watch in Biafran land. How Biafran Liberation Army is going to perform what they have learned. You remember, we don't mess up with the history. We go direct to the history on how it stands. Biafran Liberation Army, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu created ESN. Nobody knows when he created ESN. Our prime minister is not also aware, but finally it became ESN. Simon Banjoko. And from there, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu also said, ESN is only made to defend the bush. When the time comes, the good ones, the people that already know what is happening there, will be graduated. Just like when you go to primary school, you go to secondary school, then you go to university. When you are graduated, they will give you the certificate to go and do your masters and obtain your PhD holder. So now, the good ones from the ESN, they entered Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran fighters, just like a secondary school. They are now entering secondary school to perform. When they qualify in this 1 month testing, then they may give them certificate to go and do their masters. When Biafra is declared, then they can also go further by getting their PhD to defend the Biafra. That is simple. I don't know if people is really getting what we are doing in this place. If people is really getting what we are doing. And when this thing will be going on, and the Biafran Liberation Army will be winning this game, This is the kind of cry, the kind of blame you will be hearing all over the world. The kind of cry and the kind of blame you will be hearing all over the world. Look at the kind of cry here now.
Which is concerned with nation building, how to have a great country, resourceful country, prosperous country, under a constitutional democracy, a people-driven constitution, a country where mutual respect, where genuine peace, social justice, not peace of the graveyard or cemetery, like late Chief M.K. Abiola we call it, will prevail. It was this patriot group that was founded by legendary Chief F.R.A. Williams, who died some years ago at 84. He passed the baton of office to the greatest constitutional lawyer that has emerged from the face of Africa, Professor Ben Nwabueze, senior advocate of Nigeria, who transited last year at the age of 91 years. Then the baton passed on to our present eminent international icon, personality of no mean feat, Chief Emeka Anyauku, a nonagenarian, 91 years old, who is still bellyaching over the problems of Nigeria, a man who was Secretary General of the 56th Nation Commonwealth of Nations, including Britain, including places like India, controlling Canada, all those countries making about 2.4 billion people in the world. Now, he led us to the president over worries about how the nation is going by making certain demands of the president. And I've had people talk again and again, saying, why are we talking about a new constitution? Is that our problem? I said, hello. That is the beginning and the end of our problem. Because a nation without an acceptable and legitimate constitution, which is autochthonous, indigenous, people-driven, can never get nationhood. As the program goes on, I'm going to give you some examples. But first, because the Constitution is the birth certificate of a country, it's what tells us what system of government that country practices. Is it federalism? Is it
A decree brought into place?
No.
To the greatest constitutional lawyer that has emerged from the face of Africa, Professor Ben Nwabueze, senior advocate of to the greatest constitutional lawyer that has emerged from the face of Africa, Professor Ben Nwabueze, senior advocate of Nigeria, who transited last year at the age of 91 years. Then the baton passed on to our present eminent international icon, personality of no mean feat, Chief Emeka Anyauku, a nonagenarian, 91 years old, who is still bellyaching over the problems of Nigeria, a man who was Secretary General of the 56th Nation Commonwealth of Nations, including Britain, including places like India, controlling Canada, all those countries making about 2.4 billion people in the world. Now, he led us to the president over worries about how the nation is going by making certain demands of the president. And I've had people talk again and again, saying, why are we talking about a new constitution? Is that our problem? I said, hello. That is the beginning and the end of our problem. Because a nation without an acceptable and legitimate constitution, which is autochthonous, indigenous, people-driven, can never get nationhood. As the program goes on, I'm going to give you some examples. But first, because the Constitution is the birth certificate of a country, it's what tells us what system of government that country practices. Is it federalism? Is it unitarism? Is it monarchy? Is it what type of government? Is the Constitution that tells us about rules of engagement. For example, Sheon, you are going from here to Plateau State, Jos. You have to pass through this place here, Lafia.
Biafrans, pay attention to what he said in this place, and you connect it back. You remember this program is a critical thinking program of Biafran people. If you are not a critical thinker, a calculative, faster thinking, you will not get our teachings, our explanations. He made a statement which Elias, the chief of the lobby, said in this place: Nigeria that has no direction where they are going. And Elias and the lobbies in the Washington, D.C., all of them have this message recorded. And remember, Emeka Anyoko has been the secretary of the Commonwealth, which the whole world is under Emeka Anyoko. And the Ohaneze Ndigbo has been pleading for restructuring of Nigeria. Nigeria said, restructuring my foot. The way we are winning Nigeria from multiple dimensions, that is what we are talking about. Remember, the Biafran government, the bridge, the PM, has already summoned Nigerian government to African court. And yet, none of them has entered to answer the call, which the Biafran government called them to come and answer in the Court of Justice inside OAU. Then, African Union then gave okay to Biafran referendum. Are you getting it? When African Union gave referendum okay to the Biafran referendum that is ongoing, America Court of Justice also gave okay to the referendum that is going on, fighting for liberation of Biafra with a multiple dimension. Now, Ozokome, that has been a former lawyer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, is now telling you what you want to hear now.
Then also, you will be going, because you are facing Jos. You will pass through Akwanga. You get to Do. Then you get to Jos. That is the only way you can get it, because you are going to Jos. Compare with someone who is going to Jos. And then he decides to face Lokoja. He gets to Okene. He gets to Auchi. He gets to Benin. He takes there to Saple. He starts going to Bayelsa. He is not going to get to Kaduna. What will he do? He must reset by refocusing and coming back.
From your explanation, it does look like Nigeria has been heading for the last almost 20 years to a journey of nowhere.
Oh, it's a journey to no destination. Let me give you.
Shengu confirmed in this place that Nigeria is heading to a journey of no destination. Do you think that the children of God will continue to wandering about inside a place of no destination? That is what Channel Television confirmed. That is what the former lawyer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Michael Ozokome, have made Nigeria to understand. Even Emeka Anyoko that have represented America, Britain, or Canada, Australia, and all the war powers of this world, they came late. If we have time to keep on going, we will continue. But pick that point in this place now. Shengu confirmed that Nigeria is heading to a direction of nowhere, no destination. We continue.
Prof, just a moment.
Let me give you another example.
Just a moment, Prof. I want us to be empirical and very analytical in our conversation tonight. And in your explanation and in the wisdom of the patriot, and I see the group there, led by Chief Emeka Anyaku, I see the likes of Ben Obi, the likes of Senator Shehu Sani. These cut across political bias.
No, it's not. It's even not political.
It's a political
it's not
group.
partisan. For example, I am not a politician.
Yeah, but you see the personalities there. They are Nigerians, eminent all. Nigerians. So for them to say, and in their major submission to the president, to say that we need Nigerians represented by every ethnic group in the room fixing Nigeria's problems. What are Nigeria's problems? And I, for example, I like to poke your mind. Your intellectual mind, of course, this time around. Maybe not the legal part of your mind. Can you identify 3 of the most pressing problem of Nigeria that we can contextualize into our conversation? What would you say, Prof, if you have the solution on your left arm to fix the problem? What would you identify as 3 major Nigeria problems?
The first one I will identify is...
Pay attention. Why I'm cutting it is for Biafrans to know that onye hiona eburu egbe ya. That is why I am cutting it. Onye hiona eburu egbe ya. Pay attention. We will be calling your attention so that you pay attention. 3 major problems of Nigeria and why nobody will challenge Biafran Liberation Army, not under military, not under logistic, not under law, not under diplomacy, not under spirit, not anywhere that Nigeria is coming to defend anything in Biafran land. Biafra has been out. But we are showing you here how it is been happening. We continue.
Is lack of nationhood.
Lack of nationhood.
Nigeria is a country still yearning for nationhood.
What does that mean?
What it means is that we are not united. We are still what Chief Obafemi Awolowo once called a piece of geographical expression.
You remember we played it a day before yesterday, which Goodluck Jonathan analyzed, Awolowo analyzed, Zeke analyzed. Nigeria is being found under alcoholic influence. Oh yeah?
Ahmadu Bello once said it was a piece of historical mistake.
A piece that Nigeria, some people is defending today, is a piece of a historical mistake. Are you understanding this kind of grammar? A piece of a historical mistake.
We were cobbled together on 1st January 2014 by Lord Lugard, the Southern and Northern Confederates, and the Lagos Colony, after Nigeria had been given her name by a young British author who wrote in the London Financial Times of 8th January 1897, calling it Nigeria, that Niger area. That is first major problem. In other words, we were cobbled together through the direct and indirect rule system that we were operating, with all of us already enjoying our independence. The Benin Empire, the Oyo Empire, the Kanem Bonu Empire, the ancient Ife. We were already independent, having our own systems of government, and we were happy. Jaja Fopobu, Nana of Ichekiri, Oba of Veramino Baise of Benin, who beat the British back with bare knuckles, for which he was deported to Calabar, where he lived and died 27 years later. So such people that were already used to their independence and ways of life, to put them together and say they cannot now discuss their future.
Is it the reason for the agitation we see in Nigeria?
Is it the reason for the agitation we see in Nigeria? And let us know if we can get it back here now.
Represent and to promote the Biafran cause. And I look forward to everything that we'll achieve together. And long live for the Biafra Republic Government in Exile in Washington, D.C. We started our relationship with the Biafran government in June 15th. And within this short 2-month period,
Biafrans, we are 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel, and the Bible. Here now, Ozokome has explained in front of the whole world this message. Washington, D.C. has it that we've been happy when Lord Lugard have not joined us together, and the reason nobody will stand in front of Biafran Liberation Army defending their own people. We continue, please.
All
This idea of lack of nationhood.
in fact, it is the beginning and the end of it. I can assure you that you were talking about 3 problems. I identified that one major problem. If you don't have nationhood and nobody believes in Nigeria as a country, if I ask you, Shehu, where are you from? You won't say I'm in Nigeria. You first quickly mention your village and then your state. Then you are filling a form. After asking you for your name, the next question is place of origin. You put it town, they say local government. You put it, they say state. You put it, then they say religion. You are already being typified. You are already being profiled to know whether what we want here can come to you or not come to you.
But how do we resolve this? Because either we like it, you are an Ozekome.
Yeah.
You have your origin.
Yes.
Clement, I don't want to read comments, but listen, there are stomach infrastructure lawyers, Then see how we beat them diplomatically in this place. Let's look at it here.
I think we've made great headway and achieved many results, meeting with important stakeholders, senior former State Department officials, members of the United States Congress, and other leading personalities.
And the other leading personalities, listen, why do we play this thing? This is the card the lobbies have taken and presented inside Washington, D.C., and that is why they are gaining momentum. A lot of people are joining Biafra. We continue to see how it is happening.
You are of the Edo origin.
Yes.
And if you want to drill down, you can tell who your forefathers are.
Yeah.
I am on Okimbaloye, and I can also tell who my forefathers are.
Yeah.
But can we take away the fact that we are different tongues? Our tongues differ.
No.
And our presidents who have constituted conferences, at least 2 of the presidents have said, you can have every conversation, but the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. The former President Goodluck Jonathan said as much. In those kind of conversations, the fear of disintegration and some people wanting to exit the nation might start, don't you think?
Now, I tell you, Shehu, I am not saying every Nigerian should now be the same person. In fact, I've always argued, and I'm on record to say that of Professor Onigu Otite's 374 ethnic groups in Nigeria through his demographic survey. He was a great sociologist that speak over 380 languages. Each of them must have a place and be respected in where he comes from. But when you want to roughing it over others, for example, like former President Buhari calling a whole ethnic group, one of the 3 largest ethnic groups, the Igbos, Southeast, as a dot in the cycle. What will you call me? A minority within a minority from Ijukwe, near Agenebode, Isako, East Local Government Area of Edo State. What are you going to call me? But in America, for example, they first ask you, what's your name? You tell them. They say, where are you from? We ask you, what do you mean? You mean where I work? Or where I schooled? Or where I live now? Or where I was born?
Biafrans, if you are watching, our people, Sonny, I must greet you. Thank you, Biafran Chris Biafran son. This is how Nigeria has been destroyed. This is the message inside Washington, D.C., and the message they are using to destroy Nigeria logistically. Biafra will come under pen and paper, but The Biafran Liberation Army will come to street to test what they have learned since all these years. We continue. And when this thing will start, this is the kind of blame you will be hearing against Nigeria. Nigeria has been dead long time ago, expired long time ago. We continue, please.
Because each of them would have been different. But they regard themselves as Americans. So they have what you call faith in their country. We do not have faith in our country.
How do we do that?
And that is why when you go around on a Sunday, tomorrow is Sunday.
We do not have faith. Those who believe in Nigeria are saying no, Nigeria has no citizen. No, we do not have faith on Nigeria. That's why you are a Biafran today. We do not have faith on Nigeria. Yeah, presented to Channel Television, and the Channel Television already could join with this message. And we are fighting to liberate Biafra from multiple dimensions. Let us continue, please.
Today is Sunday. If you are going around, you will see different town unions. Where will you see a Nigerian union holding a meeting? So it's like the Bible. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things shall be added. If we get it right, constitutionally, because the present foundations are fundamentally damaged. They are damaged. I give you an example, Sheung. If you have a house that the walls are cracking, how do you...
Biafrans, we are analyzing deeper. Grace Omobea is here. Say, go deeper. This man is analyzing. Let us just forget whatever, because the time when Mazen Nnamdi was about to be sentenced, they made arrangement to send him to America. Why Ifeanyi Ejiofor went to court without pen and paper, not even the case file of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But Bible also said, Soro okwu ọnụ fa, esokwa n'omume fa. Let us continue to listen how he described the foundation that is being found under 40 Foundation, Flora Shaw, and Lord Lugard, and the reason Nigeria has no citizen. That is the area I want to concentrate. And anybody that is here, this is the area. And remember, the lobby has confirmed it in this place. If you didn't know what lobbies say, let us bring it a little.
This has already gotten notice from the Nigerian government. So when I visited the beautiful office in Maryland, and you, Prime Minister, you have had you've established quite a beautiful office there, and I think everyone should be proud of that office. It's quite a spectacular.
That is the same office some of the people that call themselves accountability went to destroy. That is the place the meetings is going on. And our finance minister is there always taking care of that place. We are into deep analysis. This is how Ozokome described Nigeria as a building. Please.
Do you repair the walls? Let's ask you, what's your name? You tell them. You say, where are you from? We ask you, what do you mean? You mean where I work? Or where I schooled? Or where I live now? Or where I was born? Because each of them would have been different. But they regard themselves as Americans. So they have what you call faith in their country. We do not have faith in our country.
How do we do that?
And that is why when you go around on a Sunday, tomorrow is Sunday, today is Sunday. If you are going around, you will see different town unions. Where will you see a Nigerian union holding a meeting? So it's like the Bible. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things shall be added. If we get it right, constitutionally, because the present foundations are fundamentally damaged. They are damaged. I give you an example, Sheung. If you have a house that the walls are cracking, how do you repair the walls? Do you go to the walls, you take a hammer, you begin to chisel, you chisel it with a chisel, right? Then you get cement, mortar. You call it bricklayer and say, help me patch this wall. He patches it. In 1 or 2 months' time, more chaos, more gullies, more cracks appear on the wall. You have to look for the cause of that wall. You discover that there's a big tree in your compound whose trees have sprouted. They have become so big that they have gone towards the foundation of the house. And is what is actually threatening it to fall. What do you do to that tree? You don't go to the tree and cut off the branches, because the branches will grow anyway again, and the walls will continue to crack. You go to the tree,
to the roots.
To the roots, uproot it.
So this solution,
root and branches.
The solution, the proposition of the Patriot is getting to the root of Nigeria's problem.
Getting to the root of Nigeria's problem.
So three representation of every ethnic group.
That's what the Patriot said.
So based on the sociology's recommendation, so we'll be talking about
roughly 100. But the Patriots have looked at it again after further discussion that, look, we have suggested 3 representation elected on no-party basis. By the way, there are 3 modes of throwing up people to represent you: election, selection, or sortition. What do you call sortition? By lot. Now, the Patriots suggest 3 from each each state. But we have looked at it again that the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria must be represented to own a people's constitution, so that no person can say he was marginalized. And that is why the Patriots told the president that he needs to look seriously at the 2014 confab. The reason is that there were 492 members representing every aspect of the Nigerian society: elder statesmen and women, the youth, students,
the market people,
the market women and men,
manufacturers,
the physically disabled, the manufacturers, the private
lawyers,
sector, the police, the military, professional groups, the traditional institution, the civil society. We were all there, lecturers, judges. They threw them up from different organizations, had different ways of throwing up their own representatives. Like the students, they had to go for their own election. The NGOs, they threw up their own. So everybody that came to Abuja here for those 6 months was a representative of certain people, right? But the federal government then looked at it from a critical angle. For example, I was thrown up to represent my people in Edo State. But somehow, by Professor Pella's abracadabra magic, my name vanished from the scene. And when the matter got to the then president, whom, by the way, I had never met as a president when he was in office, as president or vice president or acting president, I never met him. People do not know. Google me and see my acerbic criticism of his government, as I did Buhari, as I am doing now. He said, why is his name not there? Put his name as a federal government delegate addendum. That is why tomorrow, when I'm going out, I hear somebody say,
so, lovely Biafrans, are you hearing what is happening here? The way now this man now is explaining his work, or how he wants to build Nigeria and make Nigeria to work, that is exactly how all the lawmakers that already wrote for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come to public to cry like him, telling the whole world that he said this, he gave this idea. That is the aim of this analysis we are bringing to you. How Nigeria will cry from when this 1 month lockdown of a military exiting Nigerian military out of Biafran land, when Biafran Liberation Army will come to the street to play the game, which the whole world is waiting for them to come and play. And inside this camp, inside this football field now in Biafran territory where they will play home, everybody have his own expectation, what they have had when Biafran Liberation Army are doing their own training. The whole satellite will come to watch. And when the game will be playing on, this man is giving example of what the lawmakers in Nigeria that came together and they wrote, release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. All of them will be coming to the channel to be telling the whole world, I washed my hand, I told them, release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, restructure Nigeria. You know, and one of our brothers said it in this place. Francis Ekeke, he said, brother, Joshua Egala told Nigerians some years ago, dialogue now, but they do nothing about it. Now, Biafrans are saying it is too late. Prophecy fulfilled. Prophecy fulfilled, because Biafran people has taken their own law into their own hands, and we are fighting through multiple dimensions. Listen, the way he is crying what he did to keep Nigeria one, nobody listening. That is what you are going to hear. We are giving you information ahead of time from 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel and the Bible. This is how we preach this gospel. When you will hear the Senate, they will say, we told the Nigerian government to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and they ask him why he is crying. You refused. Now, the game have started. They will come to test, and whenever the time will be, but it will be 1 month test. Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran Registered Fasters will come to do their own testing to show, at least to do open training. They are coming to do open training in Biafran land, so that the Biafrans that has been sitting at home for more than 3 years will see if they have to say, man, I thank God for sitting at home, training our people. Biafran Liberation Army, Mary Ike, Biafran Liberation Army coming out in Biafran land will be scripture fulfilled. The Bible says the world is waiting for the manifestation of the Son of God in a simple mathematics. Let us begin to seal you how they are going to cry. Ozokome is number one. We are registering how he is crying. So we continue, please.
Addendum. I know that the person must have been at the 2014 confab.